Hello, bonjour. I won't do that again.
Ladies, I want to see you back it up, back it up, back it up, back it up.
Welcome back, my G's, to View It. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in once again. Like I've mentioned before, I am trying to get to 300 subscribers. So if you're not subbed to my channel, please do hit the subscribe button. I post everything TV, film, reviews, recommendations. So if you like what you see, get to subbing. Today's review is on the much awaited part 2 of Lupin.
The police are looking for Hassan Diop, the most wanted man in France this evening.
What now? He disappeared.
If you don't know what Lupin is, then definitely feel free to go back and watch my review on part 1 because we are talking everything part 2 today. I have missed Hassan Diop. I have missed his ridiculous cons, his ridiculous disguises. I have missed seeing him outsmart people, always being
not one, not two, but 1,000
steps ahead of everyone, just being the smartest person in the room and literally preparing for everything that could go wrong. The start of part 2 was a continuation of that scene where we saw the police officer approach Hassan while he was looking for his son. This will be a spoiler-free review, so again, if you haven't seen part 1, if you haven't seen part 2 of Lupin, then please do go and watch it and then come back and watch my reviews and hear me geek out about this amazing French TV show. One thing I enjoyed about this season is every time you thought Hassan was going to get caught, every time he was in a bind, every time we saw that he was in an impossible situation, he got out of it. You can't doubt Hassan. Like, don't doubt him. Don't be like, oh, he's gonna get caught. Because that's the mistake I made sometimes, thinking, oh, it's over now. But this man, he is. You think you're dealing with today. This man has been planning it for 10 years,
for 19 years.
Okay, you are just only finding out. Hassan is a bad man. You understanding me? Hassan is sick. Okay. One thing I appreciated about them highlighting in this series is the racism in France. Just because a black man is the lead of a French TV show, there was still racism in the country or wherever he went. I also realized that it kind of ties into the ridiculousness of his disguises because Hassan Diop will wear a mustache, buck teeth. In part 1, he wore a beanie hat, glasses, he's wore beard, locks. He's wore all these disguises, but he's still a 6'3" or so black henchman. My G, we know it's you, but I feel like maybe it's them highlighting that the people who are racist in France do not see black people, do not recognize them, do not take notice of them. So that's why he can blend in and that's why he can go undetected, even though they're looking for a 6'3" or so black man, henchman, and there's a guy with a mustache who looks exactly like him, who has the same features, and it's like he's invisible. It's funny in a sense that he can get away with that, but it's also kind of like that's also fucked up that they don't see him for who he is because he's black. So I appreciate them highlighting that. I appreciate them not shying away from that, because I can imagine that some people in France or some French people may not take too kindly for that. But hey, if you're gonna be racist, they're gonna put it in your face, okay? So I get that. I enjoyed part 2 as well as much as I did part 1. I feel like the plays and the cons he did were well thought out, very intricate. Every single detail was thought about. I liked how we saw things play out, but then they went back and really showed us what was happening. We saw, like, let's say we will see a scene and whatever happened, and then they'll go back a couple of weeks, show us how he planned every single step and what really was going on. And I was like, yo, I think in the last 2 episodes, the con that he did when we found out who somebody was, I was like, chat shit. Asan Diop, this is what I did. I was really shocked. I was like, wow, okay, yes, this is sick. No, I was like, nah. I was like, this is it. I was like, Asan, you did well. Like, this is actually sick. Because it's not something that I predicted. And that's what I love about shows like this, is they're not always so predictable. Sometimes you can kind of guess what's going to happen. But I feel like with Lupin, there's still that element of surprise. There's still that element of literally anything can happen. Anybody can be anybody. It can go in any direction and you just don't know. It keeps you on the edge of your seat. So again, I'm happy that it was another 5 episodes. I feel like they gave us what we needed in those 5 episodes. How it ended, it could definitely be a gateway to another part, so part 3, or they could leave it there. I think it wasn't a cliffhanger per se, but it wasn't as much of a cliffhanger as it was for part 1. So I feel like I would like to see another season. I think it's a great show. Again, watch it in French, English subtitles. We don't do dubbed out here. If you're watching it dubbed, then I'm sorry for you. I've seen some people on Twitter who didn't realize it was a French show until they were like halfway through, and I'm like, so what? Did you not see that their mouth wasn't moving the same? Like, hello. French shows, French films are elite. I also am obsessed with like Spanish TV shows and films. Again, if you haven't seen it, I would highly recommend part 1 and part 2. So now you have 10 episodes to binge. It definitely has rewatch value. It's gripping, it's entertaining, and it's great TV. So yeah, that is my brief review of Lupin part 2, which is now streaming on Netflix along with part 1. Let me know what you thought of part 1 and part 2 in the comments. Let me know if there are other French TV shows or films that you think I should be watching. Do not forget to like, comment and subscribe, and also hit the notification button so you are notified when I post another video. And once again, if you are not subbed and you have finished watching this video, subscribe. Just, you want to. I'm trying to make it to 300 subs by my birthday, which is on June the 24th. So be a lamb and subscribe, please. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you on my next review. Bye.